as well. It was written 1604 to 1605. We're in the first folio, 1623. This is our cast of characters who will be explained as they go on. Bertram, Helena, Diana's mother, the Countess, and her friends. So we have Helena. She's a virtuous and beautiful orphan whose father was a physician. She is madly in love with Bertram, who is the son of her guardian, the Countess of Risson. Bertram, however, does not love Helena, and he leaves for the French court to serve his king. The king is ill and thinks that nobody can cure him, but Helena brings a powerful medicine with her to the court and tells the king that if the medicine doesn't work, she'll forfeit her life, but if it does, then she gets to choose to marry any man she wants. The king, of course, is restored to full health. Helena chooses Bertram because she's in love with him, and the king says, all right, you're married. Now, Bertram is kind of irked that he has to marry Helena because she's a commoner and he's a nobleman. And so he disobeys the king's orders to stay and leaves for Florence to fight for the Duke of Florence against Austria. He does, however, marry Helena. But he then tells Helena to return to Roussillon and gives her 2 letters, one for herself and one for the Countess. Bertram's letter to Helena tells her that he will not live as her true husband until he can get the family ring from his finger and bear his child. So Helena is grieved and she leaves on a religious pilgrimage and ends up in Florence. Meanwhile, Bertram is trying to convince a beautiful virgin from Florence named Diana to sleep with him. Helena reveals who she is to Diana and Diana's mother, the widow, and the 3 of them concoct a plan to get Helena Bertram's ring and get her pregnant with Bertram's child. Now, Diana agrees to sleep with Bertram if he'll give her his ring, and then she promises to give him her ring, which is actually the ring that the king gave Helena when she cured him. And she promises to give him that ring when Bertram comes to her that night. And then Bertram sneaks into Diana's room and sleeps with Helena, who he thinks is Diana. And then Bertram gets word and believes that Helena is dead, and so he returns home to Roussillon because he thinks it's safe, because Helena's not there. Then Helena takes Diana and Noah with her back to France, and they originally go to Paris to speak to the King of France. But then they find out that the King of France has moved his court to Roussillon, and so they go back there. And then the king also thinks Helena is dead, and he's about to announce Bertram's engagement to another woman when he sees the ring he gave Helena on Bertram's finger, and he wants to know where it came from. However, Bertram doesn't want to reveal the whole infidelity with Diana because he's a bad thing, and claims he has no idea where the ring came from. It was just there. And then Diana comes forward and tells everybody what actually happened, but she will not say where she got the ring. There's this whole part where she's going to be put in jail, but then Helena comes forward, reveals herself as alive, shows Bertram his family ring, and tells him that she is pregnant with his child, and so she has fulfilled all of the requirements that he set out in the oh so wonderful letter that he sent to her. So Bertram concedes. He says, I will be faithful to you. And then your cast of characters is happy. The end. And now let's review. Helena loves Bertram. Bertram leaves for the French court. Helena cures the king. Helena chooses Bertram to marry. Bertram leaves for Florence. He leaves Helena with a letter. Helena leaves Roussillon for Florence. Bertram is after Diana. Helena, Diana, and the widow plot. Diana gets Bertram's ring. Bertram suits Helena, but he meets Diana. Helena returns to France after Bertram does. The king deals with Bertram with the whole ring business. Bertram blusters. Diana comes forward. Helena comes forward. Bertram is defeated, concedes, and everybody is happy. The end.
All right.